Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media, and tonight's video I want to review Predator 2 on 4K UHD Blu-ray. I just finished watching this movie, so let's go over the movie first. So I'm a fan of Predator 1 clearly, and I haven't seen Predator 2 in quite some time, so this was nice to give it a rewatch, and I do think it is a good sequel, but not nearly as good as the first. Now this takes place in Los Angeles, so a complete change of scenery from the forest backdrop of the first, and it doesn't take itself as seriously as the first, so it is a good time, a lot of kills, and the Predator in this one is a complete badass with all his gadgets that he uses. So I do recommend it. It's a good time, especially considering the price it is inside the bundle. Now let's get to the picture quality, what you guys came here for. So this is a 4K digital intermediate, and it was shot on 35mm film, and this is a very, very similar transfer to the first one when it comes to image quality, but I will say that it is a cleaner image overall. So the first one has that gritty, dirty look to it from being in the jungle and just really the way it was meant to be looked, and this does not really have that aesthetic. So this is a cleaner overall image. The layer of grain here is non-obtrusive and a little bit thinner. Now don't get me wrong, grain haters will still not be a fan of this movie, but the grain is really what holds the detail here. The detail here is a nice increase over the Blu-ray. The depth here is a nice increase over the Blu-ray. The detail, especially on those close-ups, same as the first, is very good. You could see individual beads of sweat, you could see dirt, you could see all the landscape, you could see all the wear and tear around the city, and overall the resolution is a nice bump and a nice increase over the Blu-ray. Now let's get to the HDR. Now the HDR here is used very similar to the first, and you will get some nice highlights here. When the Predator has his night vision, you get some great use of wide color gamut and great use of HDR. You can see that straight from the title screen. Around the city, you get some good use of HDR. When there's a lot of gunfire in the beginning, you get great uses of pop and HDR, but overall this is not an HDR showcase of any kind. Again, this is used just like in 1, a nice refinement. Now the shadow detail is improved here, but the black levels again here are deep and inky throughout, but it causes on those really dark scenes for things to be a little harder to make out. So I do wish that the shadow detail was a little bit better, but the shadow detail is improved with the HDR over the Blu-ray. Now let's get to the audio mix. So this has a 5.1 DTS-HD audio mix, and that's pretty disappointing in my eyes for a couple reasons. One, I wish this had an immersive audio mix like Dolby Atmos or DTS-X. Again, I feel this would have benefited greatly like the first one, but another reason is this dialogue I feel like is even lower on this one than the first. The dialogue is super, super low compared to the action. If you do not have a dedicated receiver in a center channel, you're going to always have your remote in your hand, and I feel it's a super annoying inconvenience and just something that they should have fixed. And I feel like this is a little flatter and less dynamic than the first mix, but overall the surrounds still do a good job, and the bass definitely does keep booming throughout. So anyway, you guys, let me know down below what you thought of the Predator 2 transfer. Make sure you go back and watch my Predator 1 4K Blu-ray review and enter into the giveaway. You're going to just comment down below. I'm giving away all 3 films codes to one lucky winner in that giveaway. So let me know. Just comment down below in that one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.